Summary of Canto 4, Chapter 18. Prithu Maharaj milks the earth planet. Prithu was still not pacified by the prayers of the earth, and his lips trembled in great anger. The frightened earth then made up her mind and began to speak. She told him, "Please control your anger and hear patiently to what I have to say. I may be very poor, but a learned man takes the essence of knowledge from all places like a bumblebee. The great sages have prescribed proper methods by which people can attain prosperity in this life and the next. By faithfully following such methods, even an inexperienced person can easily attain the desired results. But if a foolish person ignores such methods and acts independently, he will remain repeatedly unsuccessful. I will tell you the reasons for hiding the seed that is meant for the sacrifice. All the seeds, herbs, and grains are being used by non devotees who are devoid of spiritual activities, and not being properly protected and respected by the kings. With Vena in mind, the earth also began to scold Prithu. She was unprotected because no sacrifices were being performed, and she was not respected because of the spread of irreligion. When Vena died, the place became filled with thieves. She devoured all the herbs and grains so that sacrifices may be started again by Prithu in the future. So she told Prithu Maharaj, "All the grain seeds have been stored within me for a very long time. Therefore, you should immediately retrieve them by the standard method that is being prescribed by the Acharyas and the Shastras, and I will explain that to you. If you desire to relieve the living entities with sufficient food, you should make arrangements for a suitable calf for this purpose, a pot and a milkman. Being very affectionate towards the calf, I will produce the desired milk suitable for all living beings. Make me level so that the rainwater coming by Indra's grace will remain on the surface even after the rainy season has passed. This will keep me always moist. This will be auspicious for all kinds of food production." After hearing these very, very pleasing words and beneficial words of the earth, the king accepted them. Prithu Maharaj made Swayambhuva Manu the calf and milked the herbs and grains into his own hands. Other intelligent persons also took the essence out of the earth, following in the footsteps of Prithu Maharaj, and they obtained whatever they had desired. The earth is called as Vasundhara because she holds all the Vasu, all the wealth. Vasu is wealth and Dhara is one who holds. So everyone regained from her all the items that they had lost in the absence of Dharma during the reign of King Vena and afterwards when there was no king. Prithu used Swayambhuva Manu as the calf and using his hands as the pot obtained or milked out herbs and grains from the earth. The sages, using Brihaspati as their calf and their senses as the pot, obtained the Vedic hymns. The demigods, using Indra as a calf and a golden pot, obtained Soma or nectar. The Daityas, using Prahalad Maharaj as a calf and holding an iron pot, they obtained liquor. The Gandharvas and Apsaras had Vishwavasu as their calf, and using a lotus flower, they got music, art, and beauty. The Pitas, using Aryama as the calf and an unbaked earthen pot, obtained kavya or food offered to the ancestors. The Siddhas employed Kapila as their calf, and using the sky as a pot, they obtained all the siddhis. The Vidyadharas again used Kapila as their calf, and keeping the sky as a pot, they obtained the art of flying. The Kimpurushas, using Maya as their calf, obtained mystic power of disappearing at will. The Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhutas, and Pishachas, using Rudra as their calf with a pot made of skull, they obtained beverages made of blood. Snakes and scorpions used Takshaka as their calf, and using snake holes and mouths as a pot obtained poison. The cattle used Nandi as their calf, and using the forest as a pot they obtained grass. The carnivores used lion as the calf, and using the forest as a pot obtained flesh. The birds used Garuda as their calf, and using their stomachs as the pot obtained insects and fruits. The trees used the banyan tree as the calf, they obtained delicious juices. The mountains used the Himalayas as their calf, and peaks of hills as a pot, and they obtained minerals. In this way, King Prithu and all others, as mentioned, created different types of calves and milked out their respective desirables. Like this, the entire planet Earth supplied for everyone their respective food. King Prithu was very satisfied with the earth, so he developed great affection for her as if she was his own daughter. After this, Prithu Maharaj made the earth almost flat by breaking up the hills with the strength of his bow. For all the citizens of the state, King Prithu was as good as a father, and he supplied proper sustenance and made suitable residences. He founded many villages, towns, cities, forts, residences for cowherdmen, cowsheds, military camps, mines, agricultural towns, and mountain villages. Town and city planning began from the time of King Prithu. Before that, people were just living here and there without fear according to their own conveniences. This completes the summary of Canto 4, Chapter 18. Prithu Maharaja milks the earth planet. Hare Krishna.